Alright, what is up, y'all? Tonight, we are here on Pokemon Showdown for the team builder and replay of the very first PCP battle of Season 2. Now, this is a 8-man league, 10 weeks, and it gets pretty real pretty fast. Basically, there's like, two divisions. You play the people in your division twice and the people in the other division once. So, week 1, I go against Dan. Now, Dan last year drafted a pretty offensive team. He had some trick room stuff in there, and it was kind of hard to deal with, but I did win that battle, fairly decently. It was a 6-0. But this year, he drafted a bit of a different team than I was expecting. It should probably pop up sometime around now. He has Mega Latios, TOXAPEX, Mimikyu, Umbreon, Blissey, Golisopod, Aerodactyl, Bronzong, Turtonator, Claydol, and Smeargle. Now, last year he brought Smeargle to like every game, so I was like, okay, well, we'll just deal with Smeargle lead. And I kind of started with that and then built this team. So basically, I figured TOXAPEX was going to be an asshole, and I needed to get it pretty low, like below 50, and then trap it. And of course, get up Stealth Rocks at some point too. And then I would have Reversal for Umbreon, Blissey, I guess even Bronzong, really. Everything. Just a good fighting stab to hit these things that aren't going to get hit by Earthquake very hard. And, oh man, Diggy Smalls. Just, I already had the battle, of course, and I'm going to try not to give too much away, but it was a whole big thing. So, Diggy Smalls starting off the team, I saw it and was like, TOXAPEX is an issue, and Latios is an issue, so Sucker Punch was obviously the last move. Now, Jolly Focus Sash, it has a, how do I put this? It has a pretty good chance to knock out TOXAPEX if it's weakened. Just keep that in mind. And second, we have our Mega for this year, Mega Beedrill, or LB. Shoutouts to the LBLP, which I'm just waiting on the Mega Stones to drop, and we're doing that again. Me and Luke been doing some planning. But yeah, this is actually a sweeping Mega Beedrill set, and I'm pretty fucking excited about it because with max attack and 120, I know, okay, you see it, I know, okay, I know, just shh. With 120 defense EVs and a jolly nature, with 396 speed, I still outspeed his Aerodactyl, which is the fastest thing on his team. So with all those extra EVs, I can put them into defense, and that guarantees me to live a first impression plus an Aqua Jet, or a +2 Shadow Sneak from Mimikyu. And that's a Adamant Life Orb, just in case, So, oh man, this Mega Beedrill is gonna put in so much work. I cannot wait. This is like, okay, so Felstinger, right? It's 50 power move, but with adaptability becomes 100 base power, strong as fuck. Coming off of 399 attack, it's doing some damage. So basically, if I kill something with Felstinger, then I go to +3 attack and knock off Poison Jab and U-turn, pretty much just deal with his team. Obviously, if I use U-turn, I will have to switch out, but if that's the cost of breaking down TOXAPEX, I will do it so hard. Like, oh man. And then, considering the Smeargle lead, I figured we needed Hitmontop just in case he did bring it. I would just lead right off with this and go for the Fake Out in the Bullet Punch, which was going to KO since I'm Adamant. And, just Bullet Punch just so I tried to make it to where everything on the team would be able to break Mimikyu's sub. There wasn't going to be a time where he just gets a free Swords Dance. Everything I have can get a guaranteed Substitute Break, or Disguise Break, whatever. So, Bullet Punch, yeah. Rapid Spin, obviously, because Smeargle, hazards. Bronzong, hazards. Aerodactyl, hazards. Golisopod, hazards. Blissey, hazards. TOXAPEX, hazards. He can hazard stack me pretty easily, and Beedrill does not like rocks. Neither do Focus Sash Mons. Nah, But, yeah, that's pretty much the set behind him. And then we have, oh man. Princess the Sylveon, who is a male, I know. That's why it's funny, because it's like, like the 88% to be a male. Ha. Fun. But, max defense, bold, motherfucking Sylveon. So, I can guaranteed take 2 Life Orb Modest Slash Shocks. Don't think he'll go Modest, but just in case. And then obviously Hyper Voice is a kill after rocks. Even with no investment, Sylveon is fucking too strong with Pixelated. They tried to nerf him. You can't nerf my boy Sylveon. No, it ain't happening. And then Wish with that with the fat ass HP stat to, you know, heal up my team a lot. And then Baton Pass for momentum, Heal Bell because, I mean, look at that shit, you know? He has so many things that are gonna have Toxic on them, you know, or Will-O-Wisp, or Scald, all of them. And then we got Konnichiwa here, who is kind of another lead, just in case if he, I don't know, if he has something that I think Birder will lose momentum for me in the lead, I have Taunt on Victini just in case for Smeargle. So he goes out against Smeargle, outspeed no matter what, unless he's Choice Scarf, and I don't see that happening. But I can taunt him. Obviously he's not going to be able to do anything unless he has Nuzzle, which will suck, but I can work around it with Heal Bell. So I taunt him, and then if he stays in and he has an attacking move, he'll probably go for, it'll be like Nuzzle or something, you know. So I can just U-turn right out and go into something that doesn't mind it as much, either Diggy Smalls or this guy over here, and yeah, I don't know, kind of deal with him that way. But it really is just kind of like a support set. Like, it's just here to kind of shut down his walls while still be able to hit them pretty hard. But I like Victini. He's my franchise pick, so I hope he's going to put in some work. And he's named Konnichiwa because fucking Miguel in the GBA used this so well, and I'm going to try to make him live up to his name, you know. Then we got Choice Scarf Evire with, you know, just kind of standard shit, and I just wanted to be able to outspeed Latios and hit it with an Ice Punch, just in case it like gets out of hand, start setting up like Calm Minds or something. And then obviously I wanted Electric Stab because TOXAPEX, Umbreon, he gets momentum versus his team. His only his only immunity is Claydol, and Claydol does not want to take a couple Ice Punches, and I bet Earth Power would probably be like a 3-hit KO just because Claydol is kind of shitty. But he's a good lower tier spinner, so I can understand why Dan took him. But yeah, that's going to be the team builder. You can see Dan's team. You can kind of figure out what's going to be going on here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is going to be a very long game. Like 120 something turns, I think. But I got a little something prepared, so I think it'll be alright. Let's go ahead and jump right to the battle. Alright, so we are here with the battle. And as you can see, he has Mega Latios, Toxapex, Golisopod, Umbreon, Bronzong, and Mimikyu. So I kind of knew that Lati, Toxapex, and Mimikyu were coming, but I wasn't really sure about what his defensive core was going to be. I was thinking Blissey, Bronzong, and then maybe something to resist fighting, but I didn't expect it to be this combination of those things. So I was kind of happy that Blissey wasn't there, just because Blissey's an asshole. But I still had to deal with Umbreon, but at least that's a little easier for Sylveon. So it's, you know, it works out. We had some kind of weird shit going on with this. It kept doing stuff. I think like an admin or something came in and was asking. I don't know, man. This is just a rough game. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. He leads Golisopod. I lead Birder, just because I wasn't really sure. I thought he might be Spikes on this, and he might be Rocks on Bronzong. So I just wanted to lead with this, test his set, lower his attack, so that way he'll probably be physical. So even if he has Zen Headbutt or something, he wouldn't be doing that much. And I have leftovers, I have Rapid Spin, I can deal with it 1v1. But Golisopod comes out, and that's actually good for me because Hitmontop ends up being my Golisopod counter most of the time. So Hitmontop is here, lowers the attack, and Fake Out, right? We get a crit, turn one crit. Didn't even really matter that much, but we don't see lefties. And then I switch out, predicting him to just go for, like, I don't know. I really didn't know what he was gonna do. I thought maybe he'd see this as an opportunity to, like, go to Lottie or something like that. I didn't know what he was gonna do. I just went to my defensive mon and was like, what are we gonna deal with here? I didn't think he was staying in. But he goes to Toxapex, which is like the worst possible poison type, feckin' fairy type, you know, it just didn't work out. So I switch right the hell on out of there and go to Evire. But he's scared out for some reason. I don't know why he switched out versus my Sylveon. I really don't. But now I'm in with a Scarf Evire and he has Bronzong. So I Volt Switch on out of there, you know, fuck it. go right to Victini, predicting rocks, but he toxics me. And I'm like, okay, I got heal bill, I can deal with that. It's not, whatever. And I'm E-belt, so this U-turn actually does a pretty good, that's a solid 2-hit KO if I ever seen one. And that lets me bring out LB. And we did a custom game, so we didn't really think about it too much, but the megas come already pre-mega'd for some reason. Yeah, we didn't notice. We'll probably try to deal with that week 2, but it didn't really matter very much. So he switches right on out of there, and I got greedy. I thought I was looking at TOXAPEX, and I was looking at everything, and I was like, he knows I can just go for U-turn. Like, he doesn't really want to. If he goes to TOXAPEX, then I don't know, I can trap him. I didn't think he would go hard TOXAPEX. I thought, if anything, he might sack the Lottie, seeing as how it didn't really do very much. Everything on my team kind of deals with it in its own way. And, I don't know, I thought if anything, he would just sack the Lottie. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have done that. Definitely shouldn't have done that, because that actually ends up costing me about, what's 122 minus 6? About 116 turns, I believe, is what that cost me just now. So, Felstinger doesn't do dick. We U-turn and go to Birder, because I thought Toxic Spikes would happen again. Toxic Spikes would be perfect at that time, because Toxic Spikes would go up while Beedrill was out, and I would have to get at least one of my Mons poisoned to deal with this. So I thought he was trying to like weaken my spinner, but I had Heal Bell, so I wasn't too worried about it. But I'm pausing it again just to he's stockpile. Yeah, he's stockpile. Guys, he's stockpile, fake out, Baneful Bunker. It's happening. He's the guy that runs Baneful Bunker on the ladder, apparently. But yeah, so now he's stockpiled 2, and I am not feeling good about this. I Wild Charge again, just going for damage. Baneful Bunkers again, and then I realize Wild Charge does not do that much at all. So that's not good. I start realizing how big of a misplay I made with Beedrill. And then he's at max. But I'm here with Konnichiwa, and if I wasn't poisoned, it would actually be a lot easier, but I do have Taunt, so I thought at least I can stop him from recovering and hit him with some Bolt Strikes until he's low enough to where I can trap him. But no, wait, I didn't do that yet. That happens eventually, but you turn out after I taunt him, which actually ends up kind of being a misplay, because it just, defensive Mon versus defensive Mon. Thank God he's mono Scald. He has Stockpile, Baneful Bunker, Recover, and Scald. So, turn 17 starts happening, and I kind of start thinking that it's going to be one of those. I started looking at PP, and I was like, I'm going to lose this war, because he has more defensive Mons than I do. He can Wish Stall with Umbreon, and Recover Stall with Toxapex. So I'm just kind of screwed. He just has more PP than me. So I start going for crits. Really? I was just like, fuck it. I know this is my only taunt Mon, but I just if I can get a crit, this will help out a lot. But it doesn't go down like that at all. But then the taunt ends, and I go to Dugtrio. Now the calc is, if he doesn't have this boost, I do like 67 min, I think. Now, obviously, he has boost, so it's not going to work like that, but I'm hoping, just fucking hoping, that he'll Scald me, not burn me, or keep recovering and give me a chance to crit him. That's really all I'm going for. I am Arena Trap, he can't switch out. I was thinking, if I can just crit him, it would just make my day. If I can just fucking crit him. But he Baneful Bunkers, of course, classic. And, yeah, Earthquake does 28%. And then, yeah, he makes a smart play and go ahead and recovers instead of trying to Scald burn me. But at this point, I thought he'd Baneful Bunker right there, so I got my rocks up. And then I get bit in the dick for it because he burns me with Scald. And now I realize exactly what is about to happen. As you can see here, I have 5 Pokemon left, and he has all 6. Granted, his Latios is a little weakened, and his Galaxy is taking a little damage, but he's in the clear right now, So I'm just gonna let this happen. I'll probably speed it way up, definitely speed it way up, and yeah, maybe we'll put a funky tune over it. So enjoy. So he goes Golisopod, right? And it's at 62%. I go for U-turn. And it takes him into his emergency exit, but it doesn't make me swap out, it just makes him swap out, which totally works for me. That's cool if that's how it works. I thought it would make me switch out. Granted, I had, you know, ample switch-ins to it and everything, but like I just didn't really understand what happened. But anyways, yeah, back to the music. So here was another interesting turn. I was in on Sylveon. I got red card. Okay, I was in, and I'm in with Sylveon. He doubles to Mimikyu, right? I get a Wish in the air. He sets up a SD, and I go for the Hyper Voice. Just, I told you, you know, anything that I have is gonna break his sub. I can't let this thing come in here and not get its sub broken. That stops me from sweeping with Mega Beedrill. So I get it broken, and he has red card, and it actually phases me into what would have been my only switch in to Mimikyu, which is my Intimidate Mon and hope for a miss, kinda. But it kinda does that for me and just takes me right into him, gets the Intimidate, and lets me get a Bullet Punch off on him to put him guaranteed in range of, well, I guess he was already in range of, what's it called? A Poison Jab. But just basically let me get some more damage off on him so I could get a free switch into Beedrill here. And if he switches out into, whatchamajigger here? Bronzong, then it just sets the cycle back going again, so I didn't think he would do that. So he Shadow Sneaks me, but since I had those 120 fucking defense EVs with my Beedrill, with 40 defense, mind you, it actually isn't even 2-hit KO'd by +1 Shadow Sneak from Mimikyu, which is amazing. Man, LB, I love you, bro. You're, bottom of my heart. Anyways, yeah, let's go back to this bullshit. As you can see there, yeah, there was some stuff. I got my heal bell off. I'm, you know, not toxic anymore, and the roll with Sylveon was like 46 to like 50, like 7 maybe % So here, I just, you know, when it gives you that opportunity and you have the chance to hit it, you just have to go for it. You really do. Like at this point, 108 turns deep, I was so fucking done with this shit. Like, oh man, I just wanted to hit him. So I tried, and I get fucking like right above the min roll. But at least he's at 52%, and Mega Beedrill does around that to him. So if he, you know, he's gonna protect and eat his lefties, but when he comes back in on rocks, I believe he is killed by U-turn as well as Tech Force. Thank God. He was in a TOXAPEX here, right? And I hit him with that U-turn. He's at 67%. So I bring out my Diggy Smalls, and like I said, I was just about done. I had been waiting on a good roll or something. Actually, there might have even been a better roll at some point, but I was just so entranced in the stall, just like, I don't know, man. I didn't play my best this game. I really didn't. I shouldn't have sacked Victini that early. I should have done other stuff. But he's at 67. I calced what's going on with Beedrill, and he has to be Spadef. Like, calm, 252 Spadef, 252 HP. I had a 62.5% chance to kill him. And I had just discussed with you guys, and in my head, that's what I was doing too. I was like, alright, sometimes you just have to go for it. If he recovers, he's just going to give me a chance to, you know, kill him. And if he scalds me, then maybe I can go in with Electivire and get some more. I don't know. Like, I was just fucking praying, man. Like, oh god, this was hurtful. And I looked to the big man upstairs, and I clicked Earthquake, and he Baneful Bunkers, and I was like, oh shit. But good thing is, I knocked off his lefties. So, since he did not get that extra 6%, I still had a 62.5% chance to kill him. And thankfully, just, oh man, something. And you can tell I was so done with this. Turn 113, I was fucking done. And at this point, he's dead. I literally came, like, I have to clean it under my desk now because I just fucking everywhere, you know? And it's just, oh god, I couldn't even be happy about it, really, though. Like, you know, that all happened under the desk, and then immediately I was like, oh yeah, but he still has 2 defensive ones and a fucking Glycopod, which does die to rocks, thankfully, but still, that's one more switching. So basically, I thought he would go into this and go for the Trick Room and start trying to sweep me, but I think he's actually out of Gyro Balls, if you're about sandwiches out. So, I thought he would have to, like, get up rocks and then stall me out with wishes, so I just started clicking fucking reversal, because I need a damage off. I couldn't give this thing a free, just let it be in here, because it has no recovery, so I just need to do it. And I am right, he's out, and I'm just reversing him and down. So, yeah, it's happening, and he makes a good play here and goes into Glycopod, who does die to rocks, and I die to Toxic, of course. Unfortunately. But, thought about it for a minute. I figured the all-around best play was just to go into Evire, and that way if he went into Bronzong, I can just Wild Charge and kill him, and then if he came back in on rocks, then I could pretty much kill him with anything. Pretty sure even Hyper Voice was doing like 15%. So, I went Evire. I thought he might even fear like the Cross Chop or something, so he might switch to, I don't know. At this point, I wasn't really trying to be good about this anymore. I had killed the TOXAPEX. I was just hoping to God that somehow this would be not any more turns. Like, fuck. Go for the Volt Switch, and he yawns me, even though I'm pretty sure, like, I confirmed that I was choiced. And, oh no, he misclicked, that's what it was. He said he misclicked, I think, yep. So now I'm back in with Mega Beedrill, LB, holding it down, and he protects and fails. And then he actually, before that turn happened, he was like, alright, I'm gonna give it to you, homie. And at this point, I was just like, okay, no, hold on, because we keep differential in this league, and I'm not about to, like, opt out of these 2 kills, whatever he's about to get. So, thankfully, he actually listened to me. I thought he was going to be like, fuck that. But Mega Beedrill gets its kill, and Evire comes in here and gets his kill with the Wild Charge. And we pull it off. Somehow, some way, with a 3-0, we come out on top. Thank fucking Arceus. And, yeah, you know, we had a little chat after the battle. I was a little on the upset side, so I wasn't exactly being nice about it. In fact, if you noticed, I just told him game. It wasn't good for me. it was just a game. Oh, man. But, yeah, so then, you know, they're talking and stuff, and, apparently he's just gonna be even harder to beat next time, so that's gonna fucking suck. That's week 7 I play him again, because remember, we're in the same division, so be ready for that. I'm gonna have to figure out something to deal with all of this grossness. Yeah, so that's gonna be a lot of fun, but yeah, that's about it, man. If you made it this far in the video, thank you, because Yakety Sax is only gonna get you so far, but yeah, we'll have another bit of interesting video coming up very soon, and week 2 will be next Sunday. So keep your eyes open for that, and we'll see you next time. Bye.